At Valentine's, we talked about our favorite romantic movies here on PTL. So we thought it appropriate for Halloween to talk about the best scary movies. Our resident KDKA film critic, Dr. Drew Monyo, is here with his picks, both new and classic. Drew, great to have you on the show.
Great to be here.
You're always so knowledgeable. Tell us about the scary movies in theaters this Halloween.
Well, let's start with the movie Halloween 2018. This is an extension of the original movie that was made in 1978. This is now 40 years later. Now, understand, there were 9 movies that followed the original movie Halloween. This movie ignores all of them. They pretend that none of that ever happened. They're taking the story from the original movie and filling you in on what's happening now 40 years later, okay? The Jamie Lee Curtis character is back.
Yes.
She is fearful that Michael Myers might somehow, he's in prison, but that he might somehow escape. If he does escape, she is out to kill him. What they've done, what's so interesting here, is to turn the tables. You know, in the original movie, he's out to get her. Now she is out to get him if he manages to escape. And that really, you know, sets up a whole new dynamic, which is really a lot of fun. Is it as good as the original? No, it's not. I still have such great respect for the original, which is a classic, directed by John Carpenter, with the chilling music that he wrote. The first time around, everything was exactly perfect. The cast, you know, the story, everything about it. And it was a low-budget movie. When I say low budget, the mask that Michael Myers wore in that movie, literally they bought it at a novelty shop for $1. It was a mask of James T. Kirk. They spray painted it white, dyed the hair brown, and voila, that was Michael Myers. But that's, you know, a movie on the cheap that got it exactly right.
Sure. Okay. Let's move on to Bad Times at El Royale. What did you think about this movie?
I love this movie. It was a real surprise. This is John Hamm, Dakota Johnson, and Jeff Bridges in the story. A very dark film noir about a group of characters at a creepy motel. Everybody there is out to try to find a bag of money that was hidden there, and they will do anything to get it. In terms of, you know, killing each other. It's very dark. There were so many surprises in this movie, so many twists and turns in the plot. I really liked it. It reminded me to some degree of Pulp Fiction. Also, music that sounded like it was from Psycho. There was an element at the end that kind of reminded me of Citizen Kane. You know, the director here is obviously a student of film and brings it all to this project. I thought that was really, really good. Scary, suspenseful, a great movie to see for the Halloween holiday.
Good to know. And there's a new 4K restoration of Night of the Living Dead.
Yeah, they made this from the original film negative, you know, so this is as good a print of Night of the Living Dead as you will ever see. Again, the original movie is shot in grainy, contrasty black and white. That's part of what made that film so scary. You know, think about the great movies, you know, scary movies over time, you know, Psycho, you know, movies like that, you know, that were shot in black and white. It's stark, it's just gruesome, you know.
Sure.
And they've tried to make some of these movies, remakes in color, and they're not as effective. But in this case, they went back, and this is now the 50th anniversary of Night of the Living Dead, shot not far from Pittsburgh, as you know, made George Romero famous. I'm not sure at the time that they had any idea of, you know, what they were creating in terms of the impact that that movie would have, but it influenced people, you know, down the road and forever, and redefined, you know, the zombie horror genre, and it definitely broke taboos. I mean, right and left.
Right. And back in 1990, there was a remake of Night of the Living Dead. And I understand you have a connection to it, Drew.
Yeah.
Want to share that with us?
I'll tell you the story as quickly as I can. They hired me to be a hanging zombie. They needed smaller people to be hanging. When I say hanging by the neck, okay? Yeah, so the scene is at the end of the movie, hanging zombies rigged with, you know, what they call squibs, these exploding blood packets, you know. So I go to the location. We spend all day. I'm in zombie makeup, zombie fake, you know, dirt in my hair, the whole thing clothes. The day comes and goes. I mean, they were really behind schedule. At the last minute, they take us out to the location. I was supposed to look like I was nailed to the trunk of the tree. So they're hooking me up to the tree, and I look to my right, and I see a dummy of a zombie hanging there with arrows sticking in it. And the stunt guy says, "Wait a minute, what's going on with this dummy with the arrows?" And they said, "Oh, the director added that at the last minute." And he said, "No, wait. You know, if they're shooting arrows, an arrow could ricochet off the limb and hit this guy, this other dummy, it's on the trunk of the tree." So at the last second, they pulled me off the tree. I walked out in the hill, watched them shoot the scene, but I nevertheless spent a day as a zombie. And it was just fun to be on set, fun to just be around and watch them shoot that. That was the...
What a cool experience.
Yeah, it was fun.
My gosh.
Lots and lots of fun, yeah.
Very cool. Thank you for sharing that. Let's talk classics now. Tell us some of the classics that are your favorites.
Well, you have to start with Frankenstein, you know, which is, 1931. You know, this is the 200th anniversary of the Frankenstein character created by Mary Shelley. you know, but he made his screen debut in 1931 in that classic film, Boris Karloff, starring as the monster, directed by James Whale. You know, just the look of it, you know, as you're watching this scene, the lighting, the set design, you know, this kind of defined the look of horror movies, you know, at Universal Studios, you know, way back in the day. So this one, again, you know, is just, and the thing about this too is the design, the makeup design. Just classic. You kind of wonder where they even came up with that idea. It's so strangely different than anything anybody had ever seen. Just ghastly and ghoulish, and they really got it right.
Yes. And quickly, how about Rosemary's Baby and The Exorcist?
Thoughts on those? Me, really chilling movies, and interesting because with movies like this, it's so easy to dismiss, you know, aliens or monsters, you know, the fact they don't exist. But in these movies, they're dealing with evil, you know, and Satan, and elements that you just can't as easily kind of dismiss and you know, and can push aside. And I think in the end, these movies do such a great job in terms of setting things up and bringing you to the conclusion that evil exists, and that is terrifying in those films.
Oh, most definitely. Well, gosh, Drew, thank you so much for sharing your expertise with us. It's always great to see you. Drew Monyo, resident KDKA movie reviewer and member of the Broadcast Film Critics Association, also head of our KDKA TV commercial production team. Drew, thank you so much.